Hello, Dr. Bajpayee. How are you today?
Hi, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Thank you.
Good,
So,
good.
thank you for continuing this discussion. And today,
Yes, wonderful because I think we have been having very fruitful discussions
yeah,
and I've been posting it on YouTube. So I hope people will listen to it. We'll find some way of making it reach people.
all right. So, shall we talk today about artificial intelligence, human mind,
Yeah,
and the future?
absolutely. Absolutely. Right now,
Yeah,
because we were talking about uncertainty,
yes,
the greatest anxiety of uncertainty today is for most people is the future.
yes,
Their artificial intelligence and obviously the whole underlying deep machine learning, deep AI, and all that generative AI, all those are becoming realities of life. So we should discuss it because only
definitely.
then we'll be able to compare it
Yes,
10 years from now, if we are there, about what exactly transpired between the next decade.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, you have written in one of your books that it is the philosophy as a subject, which is uh, the foundation of various areas of sciences and even various areas of inquiries that have sprouted eventually. Do you see that artificial intelligence in itself also has a philosophy underlying or not?
Yeah. So the book I was writing was about the neuroscience, and it was a very, very extravagant project on evolution and the physics of brain and a lot of stuff there. So I'm sure it is that book only. And see, all physics, chemistry has arisen from what used to be called natural philosophy, right? So obviously, anything. And what is philosophy? Philosophy is about knowing why. We know how of a lot of things, but philosophy is about asking more questions to make a more uh, cogent understanding of the world around us. So we have to ask that why. So the philosophy behind AI, I was discussing it with some people. My basic two, three questions are to all people who are working in AI and who are creating generative AI. So they can continue creating, and we are nobody to stop that. But just for the curious mind, why do we want to make an intelligence which is superior to us? The whole purpose when people talk is they're the same people who are generating and same people who are scaring us. Why do we want something which is more intelligent than us? So I have thought possibly there are two, three reasons. That is my philosophical bit to it.
Mhm.
One reason, do we want to act like God? Whether God is there or not is a different ball game altogether. But the creation myth is that God has created. We want to create. So the same creation of God has come to a point where it wants to behave like a God, which is fine. That is a power game. All of us get into a power game. Somebody who has been working in the lowest rung wants to reach the top one. So the topmost is God. So we want to behave like God, create something. This is a new creation out of the natural evolution. Second possibility is, are we so shameful of our fragile existence
Mhm.
that we are acutely aware of our inferiority and we want to create something which is perfect without the emotional noise which human beings carry and which often makes our emotional life and the lived life as miserable as it could be. We are ashamed of this, and so we want to create something which doesn't have an emotional noise and is perfect in whatever it does. The third could be when we see ourselves in the mirror, we know how incomplete we are. right? So this is linked to the second thing that you want to create. Otherwise, I don't see any reason why would we create something which can rule us. Normally, the human ego and the deeper psychological stuff, our brain has evolved from which we have talked in the past also, and that our ego keeps creating a story in our head where we want to be all powerful, right from a small infant who thinks he's all powerful to the greatest dictator and most powerful person. Everybody. So you want to create a machine which is more powerful than that.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
right?
So,
But human beings have been creating technology to assist their life.
yeah.
And here is a technology which they want eventually to rule us.
Yes.
So I
And
still don't know why.
yeah. Yeah. So, I'll just summarize because it is something new that there is a philosophy to AI, a philosophy underlying AI. So, my understanding is that it is the people trying to, human being trying to mask their own uh, self uh, dislike, and they just want to feel superior. And this is
Could be.
also, yeah. So, and but these creators are very few people, and then it will have a who can feel good about themselves after creating such a technology. And on the other side of it
Yeah, that we don't
are,
know whether they'll feel good
yes,
or bad. That
assuming
future will tell.
hypothetically. So
Yes.
on the other side of it are these huge amount of, sorry, huge number of people, the masses, us, people like us, who are
Mm,
utilizing artificial intelligence in
mm,
our daily lives. So there are reports
yes.
of artificial intelligence being used as emotional support uh,
Mm,
for the workplace tasks,
mm,
for students, over the social
mm,
media. So
mm,
it has, what do you think it
mm.
has done to uh, human curiosity, that, one of the basic human instincts or qualities? What do you think? Is
Yes.
there a correlation?
See, if you if you ask me one word
Hmm.
or two words, how human mind functions, it is learning and learning through experience.
Hmm.
Right from the early humans till
Hmm.
even the people who are doing AI, the people who are sending missions to space, we all learn by experiences, and that is our learning. And how do we learn? We challenge the environment right from childhood, or the environment challenges us, we go against it,
Um,
right?
so there is a
It
lot of
creates new networks.
interruption. Excuse
So
me.
that struggle is the
Yeah.
wait. Let me see if I can change the.
Yes.
So we were talking about the curiosity part of it. That whether what will it do to human curiosity? So human curiosity is a tendency of human brain chemistry and the neurons which need to explore. And when we explore, we push the environment pushes us, and in this struggle, new connections in the brain are forged, which are new memories and new experiences and new learning. So, this struggle and dialectics is the basis of all learning, of either receiving a challenge or challenging, finding an answer by trial and error, getting the right answer after many trials
Hmm.
and much more errors, and then we make it as a memory, and then we make our story and do whatever. That's how technology also comes up. Nothing arrives de novo, fully formed. Now what AI is doing and what my fear is, this process of pushing the struggle, it will create a shortcut there.
Absolutely.
So what will happen, I really don't know. Maybe some new human being will evolve if human beings, so human beings, if AI becomes really powerful in the sense that it invades every aspect of our life, then I'm sure the brain, the cognitive process, the way brain functions will be different after 100, 500 years. Because then people will not struggle. Anyways, they don't struggle these days, right? So, how will the brain cognitive setup after so many millions of years of evolution will really emerge is something very interesting to see. Unfortunately, maybe we'll be there or not there again, as I said. But it will definitely bring a change because that real struggle. You can go back to your childhood, see if you wanted to find something, you were trying to, but this is not new,
Mm-hmm.
Gagan. Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the whole knowledge system of India or
Mm-hmm.
in the past, it was a lot of verbal,
Yes.
Shruti, what we used to call. It was memory.
Yes.
And then came in writing, writing on leaves and copper plates and all. So that memory was outsourced there.
Mm-hmm.
Your memory was free to remember other things. Then came print. So your brain became more empty. You could remember much more things. And then came technology, computers,
Yes.
AI. So, so what we need to remember is some words
Mm-hmm.
by which you can type on Google and you can find that.
Right. Instead of
Right.
memorizing. Yes. Yes.
Instead of, so at least you had to remember those words
Yes.
and
Yes.
have some connection in between your knowledge skeleton.
Yes. Yes.
But now with generative AI,
Mm-hmm.
you don't even need to remember those words.
Yeah.
You can just put your question
Right.
or a prompt
Yes. Yes.
and then you get the answer.
Right. Right. So,
So where has all the struggle gone?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
And there are two
you're saying something.
questions in my mind right now. Like, one
Yes.
is it related to the dopamine rush and the dopamine
Mm.
detoxification that these terms which are used by a lot of mental health professionals, because they say that precisely that this struggle has been diminishing over the years. We get the instant gratification is happening. So I'll just uh, prompt some terminologies
Mm.
to onto you, and can you connect it with AI? Like this instant
Mm.
gratification, the dopamine rush, and the dopamine detox. And in terms of, is it a
Right. Right.
deterioration or are we gaining something?
I would not call it a deterioration or improvement. That we don't know
Mm-hmm.
whether
Mm-hmm.
human beings after 500 years will be better than us. They may be better actually.
Yeah.
But certainly it will bring change because dopamine is the exploratory neurotransmitter.
Okay.
It pushes you to explore
Yes.
and it also controls the reward mechanisms with endorphins in the brain. If you
Okay.
do something, you like it, you get a sense of pleasure in your head, you do it again. And if you get a sense of displeasure, you try to avoid that. That is the seed of morality, actually,
Okay.
biologically.
Okay.
If you don't like, you don't do it. It all depends on what is the feedback from the environment. So, dopamine is the source of
Mm-hmm.
that push and exploration. That explosion itself is vanishing
Right. Right.
because you get everything on the push of a button.
Exactly. That's why my question that
Even if you want to fall in love,
uh,
you can push a button and fall in love. So, you don't do it in flesh and blood. People will sit and talk to people sitting in some faraway land rather than go out and meet the person next door.
right. Right.
That reflects in our social exploration also,
Right. Right.
right?
Yes.
People go to eat a meal, but they're so interested in the reviews and all that. Nobody is ready to taste it. You will decide on reviews,
Mm.
which again may be very well created by AI.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
right now, artificial intelligence is very, very humanly dependent, all said and done. These humans are feeding data and data and data
Yes.
and data.
Yes. Yes.
And it collates, it creates a more cogent thing and coherent in no time. Will take 10 years to do it, they will do it in 10 seconds. All that is fine. But that wasting of 1 year in finding out something was not a waste. That was
Yes.
human.
Yes.
What we are
Yes.
doing here
Mm-hmm.
is we are giving our life, turning it into data, putting it in a machine.
Right.
The machine is creating a reality, which is obviously your reality only.
Yeah.
And it is bypassing all those circuits of exploration and displeasure and reinforcement and reward and all that. So obviously there will be changes in the brain.
And we don't know what they are. Time will tell.
We don't know.
Yeah.
So there is another philosophical question which I'll bring in here.
Please.
Maybe it will answer one of your future questions, but that doesn't matter. You can always. My question to a lot of AI people have been: you would have heard of trolley problems. They are trying to teach ethics to
AI. Mm-hmm.
artificial intelligence machines like Tesla car and all that. My question is, what is the basis of this ethics?
Yeah.
We do not have anything outside the world, na? Outside the
Mm-hmm.
earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's all human created. We are, suppose we give 10 options in an ethical situation to a man. We know only this. See, we should understand that human sensory, motor, cognitive apparatus has limitations.
Yes.
We cannot know beyond it
Mm-hmm.
at present. So we give this to machine. And my question is, why are you teaching an artificial intelligence machine your ethics?
Mm-hmm.
Again, it will be imperfect because your ethical choices are imperfect.
Yes. Yes.
My thing is that you let the AI give a problem, let the AI resolve and bring it its own ethical thing. If that ethical thing is better than our human ethical thing, let's adopt it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's live with AI as a collaborative thing rather than
On.
putting our cognitive mess into that machine.
Okay. Okay.
That is
So.
my fear.
Yes. Yes.
A robo will be as confused as we are. Wow, we don't want that.
Yes. Can you? So. I mean, you can add to my example. I would like to give an example. My friends who are using these semi-automatic cars, they have this. They were. I mean, we were discussing about this. Ki, imagine the car on a auto drive mode, and
Yeah.
there is somebody crossing the road, suddenly comes in front of you, and if
Mm,
there is this ethical integration into the card model, it will it will make the brake in a on a pace that doesn't injure the driver or the passengers of the car, and it saves the person also.
mm,
So in I mean, up to that level, I understand the ethical teaching AI ethics in these motor vehicles, but
mm,
I
mm.
can't even imagine at this point about ethical AI ethics in AI. Can you just give me an
Yeah, so the
example?
trolley problem is
Yeah.
that you know that whether you so it's the usual thing a young kid is standing and an old person, whom do you knock off? And you have to knock off somebody. Most people will say old man.
Uh-huh.
But it,
Yeah.
but if it says okay, you have to push somebody in the front of the car
Yes.
to protect a child, that people will say no, we can't do a murder.
Uh-huh.
These are our confusions.
Yes. Yes.
We can pose this question, let's see. But AI is not in a position to answer this at this juncture.
Of course.
At
Yes.
this, the future ambition of AI is different. That is really going to alter things differently. And what is the future?
Mm-hmm.
We are also not talking of only AI. We are talking of what we call a brain computer interface,
Okay.
something what Mr. Musk is making, Neuralink. So imagine what is the source of information, mobile, internet. You can always turn them off and sleep.
Yes.
But if you put a chip in the head,
Mm-hmm.
so it will, what Ray Kurzweil calls singularity.
Mm-hmm.
That means if everybody has a chip, or most people have a chip, everybody's ideas and thoughts will be shared by everybody else. All the time you are connected to internet.
Okay.
How will your brain filter that? And everybody's thoughts will be known to the other person. So it will be a very giant collective mind.
And
So
what will
where
happen
will
in
your
that is,
subjective experiential world, which
mhm,
makes you and me,
yeah.
will vanish?
Why would someone want this kind of
They are doing it.
connectivity?
That is what they
Yeah.
want. That is what they want. And the whole that chip is about this only.
Yes.
Right now, it is to collect signals and help
Mm-hmm.
people. But the ultimate ambition is this. Ultimate exercise is that my thought with a chip,
Mm-hmm.
you can read my mind. I can read your mind. That is what said I said in the beginning. Why is the big question? Why do you want to do this?
Absolutely. Why would they want
So
to
it
do
is
it?
not naturally happening. It is what we are creating. Why do you want to create this?
Some
A
people
big
are.
singular mind.
Yes, yes, yes.
So my guess is maybe 10 years, 20 years. I don't know when there'll be. I mean, this world will be absolute. I don't know, chaotic or wonderful or funny. We'll have a lot of people. Some people. And where will your will go when you have a chip implanted here?
Absolutely. It
So they
is.
are saying
Mm-hmm.
only when you will, then it will work. But whether you will have a will at all in first place then. Because if you have so much data infiltrating, as it is with mobile which can be put off,
Mm-hmm.
people are getting huge information overflow, which is
Yes.
creating huge anxiety to their self. The whole perception of experiential self is changing.
Mm-hmm.
The type of problems which mental health people used to deal 30, 40 years back is no more there. It's a different ball game altogether. The
How
anxiety levels across the world have gone up.
okay, okay.
Anxiety levels have gone up. People will come up with information which it is nowhere required in their life.
Mm-hmm.
They know words. Dopamine was a word for neuroscientists and psychiatrists.
Yeah.
And somebody who doesn't know any idea about brain will come and say, I want a dopamine detoxification. What is dopamine doing? They don't know. This is information unnecessary.
Understood.
But you can still shut this off. With a chip,
Mhm.
you will not be able to shut off. Words would have entered from your head. Or as it is, human beings, Karl Marx used to say, we are living under the burden of all the dead generations.
Yes.
We are
Uh,
not only living with the burden of dead generation, we live with the burden of everybody's mess.
yeah. Yeah.
And your mess will be with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
See,
Uh,
that is the type of risk.
yes, and I mean, I will go back to a very basic question that uh, the what is being told to us is that the previous generation had really serious struggles, struggle for survival, and yet,
Yeah,
I mean, they
we'll have
must
a
have been.
struggle for our head.
Yeah, I mean, they must have been grappling with anxiety as well because they had
Always.
people were
Human
not
mind
able
is
to.
anxious.
Yes, and yet uh, they created lives. I mean, they had really big struggles to related to basic survival. And here, from what I have heard, just from what you have just mentioned, that people are, it's the information which is creating anxiety. People are not able to
Yes.
cope up with an anxiety caused by information. So, why is
See,
it
in
that,
medicine, na, people
yeah,
come with self-diagnosis.
I understand your point. I
Person
have a
is,
question.
person has read Google.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
please.
So my question
Say,
was
say.
that in the previous, just two generations before, uh,
Hmm,
it's like people you were able to deal with the anxiety caused by the threat to
hmm,
the survival, not the threat, but challenges to their
hmm,
basic survival. And these
hmm,
days, people are finding it
hmm,
difficult to deal with the anxiety created by
hmm,
information. It is not
hmm,
even basic necessities. I mean,
hmm, hmm,
from what I understand, it is information
hmm.
causing anxiety and people not able to deal with it. Where have we
Yeah, so no,
come to?
anxiety is inbuilt in human brain.
Yes,
I told you in the last three lectures,
yes,
our interview talk, problem is the conflict between an uncertain, ambiguous, humongous mass of reality against which our brain wants certainty.
I understand, sir. It is
That
just,
is anxiety.
yeah, yes,
What is
because,
happening now?
hmm,
Suppose, let me give you a scenario. 10 years from now, there'll be people who would have willfully got neural link here.
yes,
There'll be people who will have prosthesis in heart or leg or something, which will be not interfering with their head. There'll be people who will be on chemical prosthesis called drugs,
hmm,
psychiatric drugs or whatever. Okay. And there'll be people who will be very healthy. And there'll be total machine mechanized robo. So we'll have this five type of people roaming on earth. How do you think they will relate to each other? You will tell something experientially, the robo will interpret it something else, and man with a chip will get information about some idea from 1,000 people. So if we do this, then we'll also have to have mechanisms for its control. They say it that if you will, only then this chip will gather information or transfer information. My question is again philosophical, whether they'll have a will at all.
yes,
Because as it is, the unconscious mind, the million data points sends a confused picture to reality. We
correct.
really don't know what reality is.
Yes,
And add to it another billion data points.
yes.
Where is your will then?
So then, who is AI helping? I mean, starting from the basic question
Doctors.
of philosophy. Sorry.
I- That is what I'm trying to say. At this point, it
Yeah.
is so uncertain. We
Yes.
do not know what the AI infused world will be.
Right. Right. Right.
The
Right.
problem will be that if
Mm-hmm.
we are surviving as human beings, till we have like we have come here till evolution,
Mm-hmm.
till AI is an assistive tool like it is now.
Mm-hmm.
So some amount of dependence is fine on it,
Yes. Yes.
on chat GPTs and all. They it's also an advantage, Gagan,
Mm-hmm.
because all the answers of all generative AI are very, very cliched,
Yeah.
very, very devoid of rasa, of emotion and all that.
Yes.
It is a chance for few of us
Mm-hmm.
to rise above that and create new bring in new creativity by your own heads. Because I am very optimistic in the sense that if machine we can evolve a machine,
Mm-hmm.
then our brain must also be evolving. The
Right.
evolution will not stop.
Yes.
We may have dumb people living 500 years later
Yeah.
who cannot think. So if they cannot think, then all art, all philosophy, all so AI can write a story,
Mm-hmm.
AI can create a painting.
Yeah.
Everybody will into a digital reality. We people are caught in an interface who have been trained with human interface,
Mm-hmm.
and we are seeing this. Maybe a kid born 20 years later will be totally in the digital world. He'll not know what a reality is.
Yes, I was thinking that AI can be helpful, uh, but it is based on this predictive modeling. Uh,
Yes, right now.
Unconsciously, yes, right now.
Mm.
Unconsciously, we humans may also be processing information like that, but there is this
Mhm.
aspect of sensory information process, sensory
Yes, yes,
information
yes,
input, and
yes,
the isolation that we live in, most of us live in these days.
yes,
Already,
yes.
this sensory information input is limited.
Mm,
So.
mm.
Uh, in that sense, we need to educate ourselves to the extent to which we should be interacting with AI, and a healthy extent. Otherwise,
Yeah.
yeah, otherwise,
So some of us
yeah.
have to. If I'm not saying preserving human
Hmm.
race is our duty, that evolution may take care, may not take care. It is up to evolution. But as long as the human beings are alive
Hmm.
in the format in which you and me are living,
Yes.
we can't let go of our experiential self,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So right now we still have a choice of developing a will to limit or delimit how much we want to use.
Right. Right.
In some things we have to, we can't do anything.
And
But we have to live in a society. We can't say
yes.
no to everything. But I am. I'm not worried. I'm worried. I'm curious actually.
Mm-hmm.
So you said curiosity. I'm very curious.
Yeah.
How will be a person who has a continuous information flow of from internet all the time? How will he shut that off?
And can we process that much information? Because I remember,
Number one, we are
uh,
not meant to.
yeah,
We were not
yeah.
meant to know even this much.
Mm-hmm.
We are a Paleolithic brain. E.O. Wilson said we are Paleolithic brain with medieval institution and godlike power. Our brains are still that caveman.
Mm-hmm.
Basic human being is
Mm-hmm.
still caught in that. It can AI can create. So it's not about AI. It is about how we channelize it.
Right.
A big singular intelligence where everything is known to everybody and your mind is known to me and all. What will we need to meet for then?
Uh, Yes, that's the question. Why do we
Right?
need it? Yes, yes.
Why do we need it? We can have sex here.
Mm-hmm.
We can see that, and maybe your satiety center will full. You see a chow mein thing, and why do you want to eat it? You said it's full.
Why do we need a digestive system? Food
When you
absorption.
the system,
Yeah,
no absorption.
yeah.
But till the human body is there, this conflict will continue because our body has to live with these things.
Yeah, with the reality, with the material reality, real
Yes, that's
experiences.
what I'm saying. Plus, also there is a social problem, which I mentioned in the previous thing also, that
Mhm.
if people lose jobs,
Yes.
who is going to ensure that people who are out of job will get enough food and enough shelter and enough this thing?
Well, Sam Altman has
When
a
people
plan.
have job, nobody has a plan.
Mhm.
It will be a power in the hands of people who are causing war these days,
Yes, yes,
who are grabbing lands.
yes.
So ultimately, only one AI person honestly gave me an answer to all this. I will not name him.
Mm-hmm.
I said, why the hell are you doing all these things?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind. I'm a very tech savvy person. I love all this. I'm curious to live for 500 years to see what happens to human beings. Unfortunately, I will not. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
But he said, sir, it is because of power.
Mm-hmm.
You can snatch land, you can snatch property, you can conquer the country, you can destroy economy. Whoever captures human minds
Yes.
will be most powerful. And trust me, all this is being done
Mm-hmm.
just to make human mind into a non-thinking machine by cutting off the struggle and curiosity. Because if people think, they will ask them, who are you and why are you doing? And there'll be revolutions and this and that. Imagine a science fiction movie where everybody is moving, eating, doing their total dumb stuff. The information overflow,
Mm-hmm.
people trapped in all the whole digital world. People fight on information which comes to through the internet without knowing what is the source.
Yes.
They will diagnose themselves, they'll want treatment. Doctors also finding treatment and all that. One area where all this will be very effective is immediate medical care. You can send through drone or brain computer interfaces where people can move their hands without, if they are paralyzed and all that.
Yes.
So some part of, see, I'll tell you one simple word because we have less time. All the mechanized computational output of brain,
Mm-hmm.
AI will do very well
Yeah.
and help us really. In the subjective, experiential, creative world, it will not do anything as it is now.
Yeah, it is a good assistant for us. Yeah.
So for humans,
Mm-hmm.
the subjective self will still remain if we survive. If we become numb and dumb, then don't worry. World has been changing from cave. We have come here.
Yes.
You're sitting in Bulgaria. I'm sitting in Kanpur, and we are talking. But let it be. I want some mechanism by which I can see wherever I am after my death. What is happening to human beings? Well, but evolution has not given us a chance. So anyway, we have a less than a minute. I
Mm-hmm.
hope it made some sense to.
Yes,
It
we.
has raised more questions.
Uh, yes. I mean, I think we'll stop right here because of less time,
Yes.
and continue with the questions another in
More
another
questions. More
conversation.
questions. Right. Right.
Yeah. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you.